live, and if you can hear me, please let me know. Okay, I'm looking forward to your chat. Hi, how's everybody? How you guys doing? And where you're joining in from. I'm just gonna give like 5 minutes for people to join in. Okay, 5 minutes for people to join in, and I'm going to also try and get into so that I can also answer your questions. Okay. Wow. So what a week it has been in Canada. If you can hear me, let me know. I'm not talking to myself. Now let me also look at the chat. 1 second. Let me get in so I can also see. Okay. All right, guys, if you can hear me, where are you joining from? Chinema, please bring my laptop. My laptop on my table. Laptop. Okay, hi. So nice to meet you, Mary Olamide, Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, so I am joining in from Ontario, Canada, and it's what 2 p.m. EST. And why am I even holding this live? I don't usually hold impromptu lives like this, but because I've gotten so many questions about all of this last immigration changes, immigration cuts. I just feel that I should come and just answer a few questions. Hi, Dari. Um, Zoe is joining from the UK. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I really, really appreciate you guys. Okay, so how it's going to be today, I'm just here for 30 minutes and I just wanted to answer some of the really pressing questions that a lot of people have, right? Because people have been asking a lot of questions about all of this. So people are asking, no, is Canada stopping immigration completely? That will there be no immigration at all? you know, some people are scared that they won't be able to come to Canada again because of all of this. So I wanted to like clear the air. Also, we have another live on Saturday on the 9th of November. That one we're going to be talking about step-by-step guide to get a job in Canada. But for today, today I just need us to talk about what is in terms of what is happening with immigration in Canada. Okay, just give me 1 second. Let me get to the questions. What is happening with immigration in Canada? Just, of course, where are you joining from? And your name. Let me just get into this now in a second. Okay, so I've never really done this kind of live before, this kind of live on YouTube. So I'm struggling a bit. It's not my usual style. But anyway, so while we're waiting for people to join, I'm just going to give a few backstory of what has happened. So 2025 is an election year in Canada. So the current prime minister has been facing a lot of backlash in terms of immigration figures. Yeah. So some Canadians are unhappy about the way immigration is going, and they're like, you know what, it's too much. Immigration is too much. So there was a poll that was done recently, and more than half of the people that were polled were like, immigration is too much. Immigration is sort of like the backbone of Trudeau's government. So they are trying to scale things down. I also made a video I just posted today. When you are done with this live, you can go check it out. I talked about of these immigration cuts and the fact that Canada could actually be making some mistakes in cutting immigration too fast and too soon. Okay. Hi, Boniface from Uganda. Wow. And you're coming live from Saudi Arabia. I am so excited to see you, Boniface. Guys, there's a super chat there. If you want to just, support me and say thank you for today's live, you can use the super chat, yeah, and just send me money for coffee. Okay, Zoe is joining from the UK. Chika is joining from Nigeria. Dare Bukoye is one of our members. I'm joining from Ibadan, Nigeria. We have Susan from Cotonou. Now, if you have any questions, you need any clarification, is there anything worrying you about all of these immigration courts, you can leave them in the comments below. And this is also my way of letting you know that we have another live on Saturday by same time. I think it's 2 p.m. West African time. It's 7 p.m. West African time, I think. And we're going to be talking about how to get a job in Canada, because it is serious now. You have to take your immigration serious. It's now or never. Yeah. So if you've been dragging your feet, this is the time to make a decision. Yeah. Do you want to come to Canada or not? You don't have to come to Canada. You can go to another country, but whatever you want to do fast. Okay. So, and I have only 30 minutes to spend with you guys. So Mary Olamide says, is it advisable to open an express entry profile with an overall band 7 with a deficiency of 5.5 in one of the modules? So I'm so sorry, Mary. If you got 5.5 in any of the modules, you cannot create a profile. So you have to retake the test, unfortunately. And please, when you're taking the test, some people just wake up 2 weeks later, they go and do IELTS test. Don't ever do that test like that. You have to actually prepare. That test is a strategy test. So I don't know the module where you got 5.5. Some modules are harder than others. So maybe you need to go and take it again. You need to get at least 6. But strive to get 7.5 or 8. Strive for the highest point so that it will affect your CRS score. So sorry about that. We have Queen Darlene from Port Harcourt. I love your name, Queen Darlene, by the way. And Jeremiah is saying, is there a ban on LMIA jobs currently? No, there's no ban on LMIA. Canada did not ban LMIA. Yeah. What they said was, in communities or cities where they have more than 6% unemployment rate, that low wage LMIA jobs, work permit application. So they did not ban LMIs. But if you're looking for an LMI in a community where their unemployment rate is more than 6% and it's a low wage LMIA job, probably not process it. So, but if it's a middle wage or a high wage LMIA job, you still have a chance. So LMIA, talk about LMIA is a bit complicated, but no, Canada did not ban it. Titilai Ogunsoya, welcome. Thank you for joining. If you have any questions, you need any clarification, please leave it in the comments. And please make sure that you are registered for our upcoming webinar coming up on the 9th of November. If you go to the channel, you'll see it there. It's by 7 p.m. step-by-step guide to get a job in Canada. All right, Eunice, what do I really need to open an express entry profile? IELTS, anything like that? Thank you, Ma. So Eunice, you do need an English exam test or French. It doesn't have to be IELTS. You can do CELPIP. You can also do PTE core. It doesn't have to be only IELTS. Any of them that you want to do, it's fine. You do need an IELTS score. You do need at least 1 year of skilled work experience for the general express entry draws. You need at least 6 months of skilled work experience in the last 3 years if you are looking at any of the category-based draws. Yeah, and you need to do your education credentials. You also need to let them know that you have enough money for yourself and your family. I think those are the 4 basic things you need. And your work experience or your NOC has to be a qualified NOC. So that's it. In a rush way, those are the 4 or 5 things that you need to be able to open an express entry profile. Okay, hi Ngozi Egwatu. Folake Okusaga. I'm a teacher in Nigeria. Can only IELTS get me to Canada through the PR? I don't know what you mean, but I can only IELTS. How do you mean? As if you can't take IELTS alone? IELTS alone cannot get you to Canada now through PR. You need more than IELTS, and I think I just mentioned all the things that you need. Please talk about Manitoba strategic recruitment. Benga, why should I talk about it? What is there to talk about? Why do I need to talk about? Go and go to their website now. If you go to Manitoba immigration website, you will see everything you need to know about strategic recruitment. Except you have a particular question. I don't want to talk about something that you can go to a website and read. Yeah, so don't be lazy. Just go to their website and read it. Faith Vibes, hello as well. And Afolabi is saying, how can I get sponsorship to work in Canada? I'm an accountant graduate with a master in financial management. So, Benga, I would need you. No, it's Afolabi, sorry. Afolabi, I need you to also tell me what you mean by sponsorship. Yeah? Tell me what you mean by sponsorship to work in Canada. Then I will be able to. And is it possible to get a teaching job in Canada as a qualified teacher in Nigeria? So, Mary, teaching in Canada, you need a certificate. You need to be certified to teach in Canada. So, if you wanted to be a teacher, you need to also do some certifications. Yeah, but you can do other jobs that are related to teaching. But to actually teach, maybe in a public school or something, you might not be able to just because you're a teacher in Nigeria, right? Okay. Dare is saying, can someone still get a PR through visiting route? I don't know what. There was never a time that you could get PR through visiting route. The only thing that could happen with a visitor's visa before was that you could look for a job in Canada and apply for your work permit without having to leave Canada. So there was nothing about PR there. The only thing that's changed now is that if you get a job in Canada, you need to leave Canada to apply for your work permit. You cannot apply for a work permit from within Canada. Yeah. So there's no get a visitor route and then get a visitor visa and then go to become a PR. There was nothing like that, nothing like that. Guys, don't forget to check out the video I posted today. It's about the mistake that Canada is making with cutting immigration, the negative effect, and then of course, is Canada making a mistake with cutting immigration so soon? Ngozi Egwati say, what chance does a 47 plus have in express entry? I don't understand your question. Usually when I get what chance, I don't understand. You can create an express entry profile. What is going to happen in the express entry, the scores, the draws, nobody knows. It's a secret, yeah. So I don't know. The only thing I know is that you can create a profile, and if you have work experience in any of the category-based knocks like healthcare, construction, the STEM and all of that, you might have a chance. But to make a prediction, I can't. What about assistant teacher, Zoe? What is the question? What about assistant teacher? What happened to them? That's not a full question. So Afolabi says sponsorship in terms of financial assistance for visa and all other financial needs to get to Canada. So Afolabi, why would an employer do that? Why would an employer financially support you to come to Canada and give you financial assistance? Why? Are you made of gold? I don't know any employer that is doing that. So you need to be ready to. The only thing the employer can do is to apply for LMIA and have their LMIA. So if an employer has LMIA and you want to come, I'm sure what you're asking is all these people that post on Facebook and all of that, job sponsorship, accommodation included, flight ticket. You need to think about it. I know you're emotional and you want to get a job, but try and think about why will an employer do that, right? Right. Guys, use the super chat. Use the super chat and buy me coffee. Okay, I have just how many minutes left? 25. So Joy, Yo-Yo, any hope for study route with family and spouses getting work permit still possible? So Yo-Yo, Joy, so for your spouse to get work permit, you have to be studying a master's that is up to 16 months, or you have to be doing a bachelor's in any of those professional programs. So if you're doing a bachelor's in what, medicine, nursing, law or so, your spouse can get a work permit. And if you are doing a master's that is at least 16 months old, like a 16-month master's, your spouse will get a work permit. If you are doing anything else, I am sorry, your spouse will not be able to get a work permit. Kelechi, I am a senior academic with many years of experience. Can I get an academic job without an IELTS test? So, Kelechi, for you to get a job, you're talking about getting a job. You probably do not need IELTS to get a job, but I don't know what you mean by. And I don't know, are you like a PhD or something? So, but if you wanted to teach in a university, for example, and you didn't do your PhD in Canada and all that, it might be difficult, yeah. But I don't know what you mean by academic job. Probably I'm thinking you mean a teaching job in a university. I don't know. You would have to look. Yeah. Juliet said, please, you did not answer my question. I did not see any question from you, Juliet. Yeah, if not, I would have answered it. Now, Evie, Jessica, how do I get a sponsorship job? Okay, Jessica, what is a sponsorship job? Like that word floors me. I don't know. I don't really like that word. Explain to me what you mean by sponsorship job as a caregiver. And there's no caregiver pilot again. No, the caregiver pilot program is over. Okay? Okay, I'm talking about the one that's coming soon. Oh, okay, that one that's coming soon is it's not a pilot program per se, it's just a like something that the minister just said they would do. Yeah, and they haven't announced a start date for it. Can one do credential evaluation for WAEC GC certificate for express entry? John Paul, yes, you can. So it's at least a high school diploma. So yes, you can. How to do it there. That way, Bukoye, is it every school in Canada that requires IELTS test for student routes? So the short answer is no. Yeah. So if you are from an English speaking country like Nigeria, most schools do not require IELTS. Let me see, David. Good evening to you as well. How is it going? How's it going? So people that are members, my members here, you people, you don't check, you don't answer my messages. I send you messages. I want to do a live for you guys where we can have a deeper dive than these lives. Well, you people did not answer me. Okay, oh, please, people should be checking your messages. Yeah, be going on the community answer when I send these polls so that I can know what you want. Victoria Benin says, what about coming to Canada with your kids as a college student, not doing any of the path you mentioned? So you can come with your kids, even as a college student. Yeah, nobody has said anything about children. You can come with kids. Neka Ndada, good evening, Shei. Good evening. My question is that is there any company that truly do sponsorship visa for unskilled labor, visa and accommodation included? Why do you want a company to do accommodation for you? And why do you think a company will do accommodation? And for unskilled labor, I don't know any company that is doing that. I'm so sorry. The only time that I know that companies actually provide some kind of accommodation for their workers is farm workers, right? So when it's maybe harvest time, there will be accommodation for them. They will keep them somewhere. And some caregiving jobs. So if they want you to live with the person you're caring for in the same house, they would provide accommodation as part of the job because you're going to have to live with the person. But any other thing, like all the sponsorship in code that everybody's throwing around on social media, I don't know an employer in Canada that will say, okay, come and work for me. I'll pay your flight. I'll give you accommodation. I'll do this. Why? Think about it. Like, why? Jeremiah Ode, please, no, before there, yeah, please share your email address. I need a one-on-one consultation. I'm willing to pay for the service. So if you want to pay for the service, if you go to this particular live and you open up the live, you would see the link to book a consultation. You don't need my email for that. So just go to the description of this live. You will see the link to book a consultation. Yeah. Ngozi says, what is the minimum? Ngozi, you are ready for me to do. Ngozi said, what is the minimum cutoff mark for IELTS? I had a band 8, not 6. So it's not about a band. So for IELTS, you must score at the band is 7. So the minimum is 7. That means you must score at least 6 in each of the modules. So if you had 8 in reading, 8 in speaking, 8 in listening, and you now got 5 in the other one, you do not qualify. You have to have at least 6 in all of them to qualify. Right? So Amaka Kingsley said, I have BSc statistics, 5 years experience as an academic planner in the university, also a certified health giver with 2 years experience. What is your question? You didn't ask any question. Njoku Olutola. Hi, Shay. My question, hi, is must I have a job offer before I can fill my profile on Saskatchewan Provincial Nominee Program? I've evaluated my documents twice and have years of experience. Did they tell you that you need the job offer? If you go and you're trying to fill out the profile, you would know whether you need to put a job offer because they would ask for it and the requirements of that stream will be there. So go and read it. And I don't know the particular stream you're talking about, but if they need the SIMPs, Saskatchewan Immigration Nominee Program, usually don't require a job offer, but they have other streams. If you go and read up, you would know whether they require a job offer. Okay. So Joy Yo-Yo, can you assist with admission for 2025 fall? It depends on the admission, Joy. Do you have the JAPA system? If you have the JAPA system, send us an email with this question. Juliet say you're not seeing my message. So you need to subscribe to the channel so that you can be able to send your messages and send the comments with your question. If you are not subscribed, I will not be seeing your questions. So subscribe. Then when you are subscribed, I mean, is it not like that? When you are subscribed, you can now send a message. Let me see that it's like that, or let me correct it. Just give me 1 sec. So if you have any questions, please put it there. Don't forget to check out the video that I made today, guys. You need to check out that video talking about the things that Canada has done recently. Just 1 second, let me check that this thing is okay. So you need to be a subscriber. I didn't change that before. Just give me 1 sec. And if I'm not seeing your question, just send it again. No, send it again. Just give me 1 sec. Why is it not? Okay, it's okay. Yep, it's fine. It's fine. So you need to be subscribed for you to be able to send a message. Great. We're going back to the messages. What about comment? No, I've done that one. Yeah, you are not seeing my messages. Julia, just send it again. Taiwo. Oh, Taiwo. Okay. Good evening, Madam Shay. Can they deny a study visa because of not paying school fee, even though the person got Empower loan? So it depends. Like that's nuance. So if you got Empower loan and the school said make payment before, like if on your letter they said make payment before November 1st, make payment by October 31st. I'm just giving an example of this amount, and you're applying on November 1st. October 31st has passed and you haven't made that payment, that means you have not fulfilled the conditions of your offer letter. Yes, you could be denied, yeah, despite Empower. Empower only disburses your loan after you get visa. So that is possible. So Jessica again is saying, thanks for responding. How do I get a company that can sponsor me from Canada since I'm in? Why would they sponsor you? What do you mean by sponsor? What you are looking for is a job. When you say you are looking for a company to sponsor you, please can you explain to me, Evie, Jessica, what do you mean by a company to sponsor you? Okay, so Kelechi DK is confirming that yes, I'm a PhD holder, I'm a senior lecturer in one of the universities here. Can I get a lecturing job or research-based job without IELTS? So getting a job, like a postdoc job or something, that has nothing to do with IELTS. I don't think I've seen any postdoc job ad that is asking for IELTS. That's not even what you should be worried about. You're worried about how you can actually get the job, how you can connect with those lecturers or whoever that are being able to give you the jobs, because you do need somebody in the university to take you on. So I don't think it has anything to do with IELTS. Okay, so if I've answered a question that sounds like yours, I won't answer again. No, Susan, it's not all school answered. TT Oak, she have a tourist visa, certifications as a caregiver, how do I get a job and work permit? So if you have a tourist visa and certification, are you in Canada? If you are not in Canada, how do you get a job and work permit? Attend the webinar that we have next week on Saturday. You get a job by applying for the job now. So after you get a job and you get LMIA, then that's when you can apply for work permits. But if you're in Canada on a tourist visa, you cannot apply for a work permit from inside Canada. You have to leave. Titilayo, good day. Any chance for visa approval for visit visa? How will I know now? I wouldn't know now, but if you put in your visit visa application, yes, if you meet all the requirements, they will approve it. There's nothing, nobody has said anything about visit visa. Visit visa are not temporary residents in Canada, so it's just a visit visa, right? It's a TRV, of course, but yeah, you can. If you apply for a visit visa and you read the requirement, I think they will give it to you. Hi, Peace says, Yanni, I got admission in Feng Shui. I'm preparing to come over for my studies. Hope there's chance for me. This question that you're asking me passed me. Hope there's chance how? In Feng Shui? You say you already say you got admission now. So financially people have given you admission. What you need now is a study visa. That's what you should be applying for. Yeah, they are still issuing study visas if that's what you're asking. I also asked Victoria because Think Canada Fair attended last week with some schools representing said, so thank you for the clarification. So you should have clarified from them. I don't know what they said, Sha. Um, UK, what's this? Wakego, Eukarya greetings. I was wondering, please, express entry does it require masters and doctorate after getting IELTS? Yes, so express entry requires at least a high school diploma. You don't have to have masters. The higher your education, the more points you get, but you don't have to have a master's or a PhD. You can have a bachelor's or high school diploma and still be able to create a profile. But of course, the higher your education, the better. Henry, hi Shay, with all the changes and developments going on with Canada immigration, do you think it's still wise to hope that Canada will still do the PR and arrival for caregivers and us? Oh my goodness, that is an excellent question. I don't know, but with the hot seat that the minister is on and the prime minister, I don't know. Because then I can't do this one. I don't know. That's why we're already in the fall and they haven't said anything about it. So I don't know. True. Yeah, Njoku, thank you. God bless you for the good job. Thank you so much, Njoku, as well. Chika. Most workers apply 1 people already in the country. How do I go about the job route? So, Chika, we have a webinar coming up on Saturday, November 9th. Check this channel. Click the link. Let it notify you, and you come for that webinar to learn more. If you are applying for jobs that are asking for people that are already in Canada, that means those are not the jobs that you should be applying for. Apply for the ones that are open to people outside of Canada. Joy Yo, I have the Jacko system. I've sent an email, but no response. That is why I'm asking here if you're taking admission now. Joy, if you sent an email, we will respond. Yeah, so we'll respond. I don't know what you mean by taking admission now. I don't know the admission that you want. So I can't say, can't just answer because I don't know the details. TT Oak, so I came to Canada in June, but had to leave in October. Oh, couldn't get Nigerian network to put me through. Okay, why did you have to leave? Job hunting is the hardest. Marcus, okay, is the hardest. Well, depends on how you're doing it. Yes, job hunting anywhere is hard. Job hunting in Nigeria. If you're in Ghana, job hunting in Ghana is difficult. So it's difficult everywhere. Yeah, it's not just in Canada. But then, of course, as always, sometimes persistence is good. Sometimes the kind of you're applying to jobs that you actually qualify for, and then your CV and your resume and your cover letter as well. Hi, Juliet Amechi. Neka said, what we meant by sponsorship visa is that can the company take care of some period of months, if possible? That's our question. So no, I don't know any company that is doing that. Yeah, because I'm wondering why would a company pay for your expenses? Yeah, and then be taking it more by like. I don't know. Maybe private people can do that, but I don't know any company that is doing that, and I don't know why they would want to do that. So if you want to get a job in Canada, be ready to get a job and pay your expenses for your ticket and all of that to come. So please said I paid my school fees and I have my PAL. If you have paid your school fees and you have your PAL, apply for visa now. What are you waiting for? Taro says the school already cleared the conditional offer since Empower letter had been submitted, but I'm scared since some people are saying that it's possible they. What do you mean by the school has cleared the conditional offer? How can the school do that? The school that did not get money will clear conditional offer. I don't understand what you mean by the school has cleared the conditional. The school said pay money by certain dates. Just because you have Empower loan does not clear it. If you get to Canada, Empower can give you the money back, but the school, the only way you can avoid this is apply for the visa before the date that is on the letter. Okay, so you said master's degree. No, I am not doing master's degree now. For someone that wants to create extra entry profile, Ngozi, does one need to evaluate all credentials like Wendy, HND, Vicent? I think, Ngozi, you need to get the Express Entry Masterclass for all these questions you're asking. So there are nuances to how you do this. If you have multiple certificates, depending on the kind of certificate, get more points than somebody who evaluated one, but it depends on the certificate. So please, you might need to get the Express Entry Masterclass. And if you check the description of the live, you would see the link there. Yeah. So it depends on your certificates that you have. P says, thank you for answering my question. I just want to know if a study visa is still open. Canada did not close anything. Why would study visa not be open? Study visas are open. There's just a cap. They put a cap on the number of study visas. So previously, there was no cap. Anybody who applied for a study visa, as long as they met the requirement, was given a visa. But now there's a cap. And that's why the schools have PAL. So based on the cap, the schools are giving out the PAL. So if government has said, oh, Fanshawe College, you can only bring in 4,000 people. I'm just giving an example in this year. They will give 4,000 visa. The Canada knows that that school has given you PAL, so you can get a visa, except you don't meet the requirements of the visa. That way I explained it. I hope it's clear. John Paul Odinaka, thank you very much, ma'am, for all your responses thus far. What would you advise for someone looking to apply for a visit visa? So John Paul, so if you want to apply for a visit visa and you want to come and see Canada, yes, you can come and visit. That's what you can do. You can come for tourism. If you have a family member you want to visit here, you can visit. Visit visas are taking long. I hear up to 6 months now, but you can come and visit. The only thing is, legally, you can only stay in as a visitor for 6 months maximum. You can actually look for a job during that time and an LMIA. If you get it, then you leave Canada, apply for your work permit, and if it's granted, then you come back into Canada and start working. Simple, that's how it works. Anybody that's here, check out the video I posted today about Canada making a mistake, and make sure that you're registered for the webinar coming up on Saturday, November 9th, about getting a job in Canada. Getting a job now is so important. It's so competitive. A lot of people are making mistakes. They are checking in the wrong places. There are some policies that have changed in terms of LMI. So all of this we'll talk about at the webinar on Saturday. Okay. Okay. What's this? Kings. Hi. Please, can one still apply? Can one still study ECE or CCA as a pathway to PR? I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, so there's no I'm studying this course as a pathway to PR. All study is a pathway to PR. So I don't understand that question. So Duru Jeremiah, English or French, which is more better to use as your first language when? So Duru, so if I say French and you don't understand French, then what happens? The two of them are okay. You can use any. You can use English or French. You can use a combination of the two. However, if you have a French language test and you meet the minimum requirements, you might have a chance at being invited under the French category, which is less CRS score, which Canada is doing a lot more draws for. Yeah, so when they talk about languages, anyone, it can be English, it can be French, it can be a combination of the two. But of course, if you have French language, you might have more advantage. Okay. Juliet, I still don't know why you're not seeing my messages. Me, I don't know too. I'm seeing where you say I'm not seeing your messages, but your message, what are you putting in your message? Maybe YouTube is not allowing you to post it. Check the words that you're using in your message. Yeah. So there are certain words YouTube will not let you post, or if you're sending a link, YouTube will not let you. So I need a caregiver job, Jessica, in Canada. I need a reliable organization that can employ me and willing to pay the cost. I have West and other. So if you're willing to pay the cost is going to search for the job yourself. Yeah, that's the cost you need to pay. Take that money that you want to give someone, pay it to yourself, and take time out to look for a job by yourself. Because who can you trust? Even if I give you someone, who can you trust? There are so many people that will take your money. They will tell you those sweet, sweet emotional things that you want to hear, and you would lose your money. So be very careful. Contact you later and say that I have an organization that can do it. People are losing their money. In fact, that's not what I can talk about today. So it's either you are willing to invest the time to do it yourself, or you look for someone who actually might be lives in Canada that you know, not random. I'm looking for. Okay. Henry, thanks for your honest answers to the previous question. Please, do you know of any of the rural communities where I can get to work as a caregiver? Will I need an LMIA? So, you need an LMIA if you want to work in Canada as a foreigner. Yeah. For some of those communities that are doing their community programs, you don't need an LMIA. So, they will give you their community endorsement or whatever. If you check on my channel, you will see I've done lots of videos about it. If you don't even want to check on the CAN channel, or go to IRCC website and check community, caregiving community, whatever, rural communities, you will still see it there. Some of them have closed for the year. Some of them still have spaces. So sometimes you might need to wait till next year when they give them another quota again and they start all over again. Yeah. So you can always find that information. But for those communities, you probably do not need an LMIA because they will give you their community endorsements. Ooh. Okay, Henry said I took the required grade in the TEF Canada. Can they still wage LMI for me with the Francophone mobility program? I don't know. Yeah, go and read it up. If they say that they can waive it. If LMI is a requirement, they can't waive it. Thank you very much, Evie. Thank you so much for answering my question. Thank you so much, Duru. Chika Chika. Thank you for being here. If I'm using study loan like Empower, do I still need a spouse statement of account? Chika, I think I advise you to go and get the my Japa system. So this is a very nuanced question. The study loan only covers your tuition. You need money for living expenses. Yeah. Study loan doesn't cover your children. If your children are going with you, you need money for that. Study loan does not cover your travel expenses. You need money for that. Okay. Afalabi, what is LMIA? My God. I can't believe that there's someone who doesn't know what LMIA is. Seriously, it's a labor market impact assessment. So it's a document that a company in Canada who is hiring you as a foreign worker would give to you, yeah, to show Canada that they've met the requirements of they didn't see a Canadian permanent resident or citizen to do that job. They've put out the job and they've advertised the job for like 4 weeks. In fact, it's a document as a foreigner, yeah, you would need that when you're applying for your work permit. That's in a nutshell what an LMI is. Okay, Kings, I mean early childhood education or continuing care education that can lead to PGWP. So if you go to the list, IRCC, don't come and ask me. There's a list. I won't do the work for you. IRCC has given a list. See, and I even did a video on this channel, and I put the link. Go and check there. If it is there, then it will lead to PGWP. If it is not there, it doesn't lead to PGWP. I don't want to answer directly because I don't want anybody to come and say it is Sheyi that told me. Go and check it by yourself. You will find out. Yeah. Even if you ask the school that you're applying to, they will be able to tell you whether that is going to lead to PGWP or not. Yeah. So how long have I been here now? I still have been here like 30 minutes, right? So I just wanted to jump in and answer some questions. I get all these questions. Canada is not totally stopping immigration. They are just toning it down for the next 2 years. So immigration is still happening. Study visas are still being issued. Visitor visas are still being issued. Permanent residence is still being issued. It's just that the number that is issued will come down over the next 2 years so that Canada can fix all the other problems with housing, with jobs, and then, have a little breather because it's like immigration has increased a bit too quickly, yeah, for them to be able to work on public services and all of that the people need. Okay. And like I said in the video I posted today, let us be a little bit understanding, knowing that now that Canada is stopping immigration, they're just like, trying to make it the country a bit better for you when you come in. Saw a video about Oxford offering this course with guaranteed job. It's not my video, Kings. I didn't do any video about Oxford offering this course with guaranteed job. It's not me. Check again who did the video. I don't do videos like that. It's not me. So Kingsley says, I have a BSc statistics and 5 years experience as an academic planner, certified health giver, 2 years for express entry. Which one do I use? You can use anyone. You can use anyone, but if you use the caregiver, if your caregiver experience is in the last 3 years, then I mean I would rather you use that. If your health caregiver work experience is in the last 3 years, then please use that. Yeah, because the maximum is like 3 years and above, so that will give you like the maximum score. So you can just go and calculate your score using the CRS calculator on RCC website, see which one is giving you more points, then you use that one. But of course, if you have health caregiver experience in the last 3 years, you might be in a better chance to be chosen under the healthcare category. Yeah. Okay, I'll just be here for about 10 more minutes, and I wanted to just thank everyone who stopped by because this was impromptu. It was just yesterday. I was like, you know what, impromptu live, just live like this, vertical live on Facebook, and answer a few questions that people have been asking me about. And because there's a lot of fear in the land. There's a lot of uncertainty. People are not sure. People are asking, "Oh, is Canada stopping immigration?" There are some people that have been dragging their feet forever. They've been dragging their feet like, "Oh, I want to study in Canada. I want to do PR, but." And now when things are getting tighter, that's when they now want to do something. So I understand that push in terms of you are waiting for something to push you over the edge. Well, this has pushed a lot of people, but Canada is not stopping immigration. They're still doing it. It's just that for the next 2 years, they're slowing it down. Please note that next year, October, is Canada's election. Whoever wins that election is going to have like a lot of impact on immigration because the Liberals, who is the party in power now, are the ones who are pro-immigration. The other party, not so much. So they are likely to cut immigration. But I guess we'll wait and see, right? I guess we'll wait and see. Okay, guys, like I said, there's another webinar on Saturday. It's about what? Step by step to get a job in Canada. Getting a job in Canada, guys, you need to come there so that you understand what sponsorship means, if it's possible to get sponsorship. Be very careful of people who are making you an offer that you just meet online, or they just come to your email and they are giving you this letter with accommodation free, flight ticket free. I know your emotion wants it, but you need to be very careful. Lots of people have lost money. Like, they're even telling you to pay for LMI. You're not the one that's supposed to pay for LMI, it's the employer. So be very careful, do your due diligence, do your research very well, so you are not losing your hard-earned money that you don't even have. Please. Okay, so Afolabi, wait. Online work I can do to generate funds like Amazon. I don't know what Amazon is. Is it Amazon? Does Amazon give work? Are you talking about online business? Because there's no online work. Oh, if it's online business, fine. If it's remote work you're talking about, you still have to search for them. I think on my TikTok, I have some videos I did like some weeks ago. I talked about remote jobs that you can do, but everything is competitive, right? It's not like you just go one day and it will be there. Online business, Afolabi. Okay, I can tell you about some online business. I can reach out to you after. And I don't want to derail the. I don't want to derail the. I don't want to derail the live. So maybe I can reach out to you after you send me an email. Go to the. You will see my email address. Send me an email. I will tell you about what I know. Some online businesses that you can try. Oh, okay, guys. I encourage you to just keep hope alive. One thing that will happen in life is change. Yeah, a lot of us didn't know this change will come. Change is the thing that is constant, and if you are not ready to change, you're not ready to see change, you might be in trouble, because that means things are going to be happening that are going to be knocking you on the head, and you won't be able to be stable. So change will come. Change has come. Yeah, Canada has served us some limes or some lemon. We're going to have to make lemonade. Keep your hopes up. Truly, if you didn't come to Canada now, doesn't mean that you won't ever come. If you didn't come to Canada now, doesn't mean that your life is over. wherever you are, wherever you are, whatever you are doing, be grateful. Practice gratitude. God can even open a door for you now in your country where you are. Things will just start working out, and you'll be like, thank God, say this Canada, no go. And that might even give you opportunity to have more money, more opportunities. And the next time that there's an opportunity to come to Canada, you will just see how your own will work out. I'm telling you stories of people I know. These examples I'm given. So be grateful where you are. If there's something you cannot control, then you can't control it, right? You can't. You can't control what the minister is going to say. You can't control what Canada immigration is going to do. You can only control your own reaction. You can control yourself. You can control your happiness. You can control whether you are angry or joyful. That thing that you can control, that is the thing that that you can work on. Something like that. Okay, guys, thank you so much. So the webinar is next week. You can't do flag polling, if you get a job in Canada as a caregiver. You have to leave Canada. If you have a US visa, you can go to the US and go and apply from there. So flag polling, all of those things people have abused. So Canada has kind of put a halt on it. So see you next week at the webinar. Neka, you'll be coming with a lot. Go and buy my program. Or if it's job you're looking, go and buy the work permit and description of this live. Yeah. Thanks so much, Dari. I really, really appreciate you as well. Appreciate you. And thank you so much, everybody. Like I said, keep hope alive. Hold on to God. All tell yourself that I'm a miracle. All these things I'm telling you, things I do, I am a miracle. My year is extraordinary. I'm going to end this year on a high note. I'm going to end this year with extraordinary results. Say it to yourself, even say it when things are not going well, and believe it and continue to trust God, and you see how things will just turn out for you. Okay? Once more, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody who has joined in, and I'm hoping to see you on Saturday. Bye. Oh my God, how do I end my life now? Okay, watch me struggle to end this life. Oh my God, how do I end it?